The Palm Island in Dubai are some of the most ambitious and technically challenging feats of engineering in the world. It has been 20 years since the construction of the man-made island of Dubai began, the world's largest artificial archipelago. Widely announced as the star project of the urban development of the United Arab Emirates, 2 decades later, the story is different to what the developers would have imagined. The islands are yet to be completed. They have been an abandoned project. The sea is reclaiming its space. Even so, Dubai is not giving up, and it is confident that despite the delay, its dream will become a reality. So, what really went wrong with this island? At the beginning of the 21st century, Dubai experienced rapid, uncontrolled urban development, positioning the Arab Emirates as the capital of eccentricities and architectural records. The most ambitious project was the construction of the Palm Island, which was later joined by the world and the universe archipelagos. Made up of Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jubei Ali, and Palm Deira, they measure 5.6 km square, 8.4 km square, and 46.35 km square respectively, and they have increased Dubai beach area by 320 km. Deira received its first visitor in December 2020, while Jubei Ali is still being developed and Jumeirah is the most developed of the 3. This is a group of 300 islands forming the map of the world. Its 9.34 km square have added 232 km of coastline. Despite the project being started 70 years ago, it is yet to be finished and it has experienced the most problems. This is a recreation of the constellations, which is said to be completed between 2023 and 2028. In 20 years, numerous different problems have led to delays in the works, non-payments, debts, legal problems, and irreparable environmental impacts. Some islands sinking back into the sea. Despite all these unforeseen circumstances that have threatened the feasibility of the project, the developer, Naki, still doesn't want to give up on this project. The financial and real estate crisis of 2008 and the drop in oil prices in 2014, which fueled the Emirate economy, were the first events to have a negative impact on the feasibility of this macro project. The chronology of the event is long and complex, but essentially it can be summarized when private investors decided to pull out, million-dollar debts incurred by the developers of the project, lawsuits and suspended works with no restart dates. The problems continue today. In 2018, sales of new real estate development dropped by 46% during the first quarter of the year. Since the end of 2014, house prices have dropped by 15%. Numerous real estate projects have proposed relaunching the world project with new investors such as the Philippine startup Revolution Precrafted, which will invest $3.2 billion in the construction of luxury apartments and a hotel. Still with the world, in 2010, the marine company Penguin Marine warned that this group of archipelagos was sinking back into the sea. The company responsible for providing logistics and transport services to the island regularly took measurements for safety purposes. The main reason is that the sand extracted from the seabed to build the 300 archipelagos was gradually returning to its place of origin. A photograph taken from the International Space Station in February 2010 shows evidence that indeed the waters of the Persian Gulf were rising and the island were starting to disappear. This also led to the channels between the island becoming obstructed. Naki, the project developer, denied all these allegations and ended up winning the trial against Penguin Marine, which wanted to cancel its contract. According to information from NASA, Palm Jumeirah was sinking at a rate of 5 mm per year. The artificial islands were mainly constructed on a bed of sand and rocks. Despite Dubai being surrounded by deserts, marine sand was used to build the artificial island, which is more appropriate for this type of construction as it is more compact. According to the conclusions obtained from the environmental studies presented by the researcher Baina Sauluddin, Dubai beaches lose between 10,000 and 15,000 cubic meters of sand each year. The Palm Jumeirah construction, which also affected the natural flow of the wind, has caused the tide to increase this rate of erosion. The result is that marine sediment deposits have moved 40 kilometers over a 5-year period. All the movement caused during the construction has affected marine biodiversity, burying coastal beds and causing irreparable damages to the coral on the seafloor. This problem is not exclusive to Dubai. In 2017, the Abu Dhabi Environment Agency warned that the worst-case scenario regarding the effect of climate change, sea levels would increase by 9 meters, which would be catastrophic for Dubai and its artificial island. Approximately 85% of residents in the United Arab Emirates live in coastal areas. To prevent them from the waves, the island were surrounded by a giant wave breaker. It is only 2 meters above the sea level to ensure that residents and visitors have uninterrupted views. The immediate result is the artificial alteration of the marine flows and the reduction of marine currents. In the long term, this barrier is unlikely to be sufficient in the event of the worst forecast or even the most optimistic of this. The alteration of marine currents and loss of local biodiversity may increase this problem. The exacerbated rate of construction that took place during the first decade of the 21st century and the pollution associated with this activity did not help to mitigate the warming of the city or of the Persian Gulf. So, this is what happened to Dubai Man-Made Island. What do you think about this island? Do you think Dubai will be able to overcome all the challenges with this island? Let us know in the comment section. If you have any opinion on what you think really happened to this man-made island, also let us know in the comments. Before you leave, do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel in no tutorial for more construction videos like this. With that being said, you all have a beautiful day. God bless you. Bye.